everybody, and welcome to week 6 of the Kids Clubhouse Craft Corner with Jen from the Blue Mountains Public Library. Today's activity is going to be 2 parts. So one part will be the craft that we have provided for you, and the second part is completely optional, but it is lots of fun. And most of the items that we'll be using for our second part of our craft, or activity I should say, because it's not really a craft, can be found around the house. So the first part of our activity today will be cutting out and getting ready the chef's hat template that we have provided for you in this week's kit. Why are we making a chef's hat? Because today I thought it would be really fun if we could make an after-school snack that is really yummy, and it's always reminds me of fall and all the wonderful things that come with it, like the weather and like apple cider and apples and desserts. So this week's theme for our booklet was all about fall. So, you know, there's activities that are based on some yummy fall desserts like apple pies and butter tarts and cobbler. And we have some mazes, some coloring pages, and our craft corner is always on the last page. So the template for the chef's hat is very simple. You just cut it out, decorate it as you would like to decorate your own hat. You know, decorate it the way, you know, it best represents you. And if you want to follow along for the second half of the activity, we have provided the supply list on the last page and the simple steps to make this yummy dessert. So before we get to the chef's hat, if you guys would like to participate in making this super easy no-bake dessert, you will need from your kitchen an apple, some brown sugar, some cinnamon, and some oats, some butter, or if you guys don't use butter, whatever you guys use at home to substitute butter, and a little bit of salt. Salt is optional, and 1 tablespoon and 2 bowls. So again, 1 apple, brown sugar, some cinnamon, some oats, butter or your butter substitute, and some salt. You'll need a tablespoon and 2 mixing bowls. So I'm gonna let you guys grab those supplies, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna get our chef's hat ready and cut out so we can wear it while we make our dessert. Okay, I'll meet you right back here. All right, so for the chef's hat, you're going to need a pair of scissors and some tape or some glue if you have glue at home. And then you're going to just cut out the hat. So let's get our hats cut out, and we'll meet right back here, and we will go over how to attach the straps to the hat. Okay, so you guys get yourselves scissors and get your hat cut out, and we'll be right back here. Okay, so we're back. I have the attachment for my hat, and I actually decorated mine already. I put my name on there, that it's Chef Jen. I put some red apples and some green apples on there. So if you need a grown-up to help you with this part, because we're going to be measuring our head, please ask a grown-up to help. So I would recommend, before you start measuring, just attaching the extender to one side of your chef's hat, and just tape it All right, take your hat and you can measure. So I need mine to about there. So you can either just tuck the extra piece of paper underneath, or again, you can cut so it fits perfectly and there's nothing there to poke your head. And then you just tape the sides of the hat. Sorry, not of the hat, of the band. And there we go. So I'm gonna let you guys get your hat built, get it on your head, and we're gonna get ready for a really yummy no-bake dessert. All right, guys, so we're back and we're about to get ready to start on our no-bake apple crumble dessert. This is a snack that my kids have always really enjoyed after school, and it's really, really easy, and I've always had fun doing it with them as well. So I have my chef's hat, because every great chef wears a hat. So our very first step is, one, we always must make sure that our hands are washed. So if you haven't washed your hands yet, go give them a quick wash and then come on back. So you're going to go to the very last page of your booklet. So the craft corner, the No Bake Apple Crumble. Our first step is to chop the apple into pieces. Two things. You can leave the skin on the apple if you'd like. We always do. I quite enjoy the apple peel. So do the kids. My kids. Secondly, we are going to be cutting. So again, if you need help, because we are going to be cutting into the apple, grab an adult and ask them to help you do this part. So if you're leaving the skin on your apple, make sure it's washed. If you have an apple core, you can use that. I'm going to cut my apple. That's got a small bruise, into pieces. And I'm going to place the pieces into my bowl. That's got a little bruise on it. Okay, so you guys get cutting. And then we will meet right back here for step number 2. All right, so I have my apples chopped and put into their own bowl. Just gonna set that aside. So now in my second bowl, this is where we will be putting our brown sugar, our cinnamon, and our oats. And if you want to use a little bit of salt, pinch of salt will go into this bowl. So step 2 in our instructions. So in a separate bowl, we are going to combine brown sugar, cinnamon, oats, and the salt. So the amount that you need of each is on the side here. So we need 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. So I have my measuring spoon here. And sometimes instead of using brown sugar, or if I don't have any, I will use maple syrup. So there's my brown sugar. Next, we need a half a teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Okay. And now we're going to need 4 tablespoons of our oats. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And since that was a little bit of a bigger apple, I'm gonna put in 1 more scoop. Okay. So step number 3, we are going to melt our 2 tablespoons of butter. So I have my butter here. If you guys don't use butter, then whatever you guys use as a substitute for your butter, that would be awesome for you to grab and use. So 2 tablespoons. So 1. And 2. I'm actually going to put it in with the mixture and I'm going to go over to the microwave. Every microwave is different. It depends on how heavy duty they are. I always start with 30 seconds and then see what it looks like, and then I do another increment of 30. Just remember, no spoons or anything can go into the microwave, and make sure you're using a microwave safe dish. And if you need help, to ask a grown-up. So we're gonna go over, melt the butter over top of the oats and the cinnamon and the brown sugar, and then we're gonna meet right back here. All right, okay, so I've got my butter melted. I can actually hear it sizzling right now. So I'm giving everything a quick mix. Quick mix, quick mix. I'm gonna grab my apple. Dump my toppings on top. Give it a quick mix. I'm gonna stand up here so I can show you what that looks like. And that is it, my friends. We have a really, really yummy, yummy snack that tastes just like an apple pie. That requires no baking. All you have to do is melt some butter in the microwave. So, I'm actually just gonna get some of my extra sugar off of my spoon, and super, super good. So good. Just a little tip, if you guys don't have, brown sugar at home, or like a bag of oats, if you have apple cinnamon oatmeal at home, like the instant oatmeal, you can actually dump that like a package of that into a bowl and melt some butter over top of it, and you'll get pretty much the exact same thing. So if you don't have all of these at home, you do have an alternative. If you have some apple cinnamon or maple brown sugar oatmeal at home, you can just use one of the instant packs. I hope you guys had fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. I always enjoy doing really easy recipes with my kiddos at home. Gets them into the kitchen, gets them learning some new things, and experimenting some different food. So I hope you guys had fun, and I can't wait to see you guys again next week, right here at the Kids Clubhouse Craft Corner at 4:30 every single Tuesday. Until then, have a great week. Bye, friends.